ever wondered why it's important for you to listen for the voice of God? Listen to this story. You know, I've heard it often said that before you give a message, before you share something that the Lord has put on your heart. And this week, all week, we were talking about listening and obeying the voice of God. And so God will give you an opportunity to put to the test exactly what you're teaching or talking about. So while we were out of town, I went out to eat with my family. We went to Payway for dinner. And so after we ordered, I was getting our drinks, and a lady behind me, she was just very quiet, very kind, and she was trying to help me get tops for my drinks, and just really, really sweet, really kind lady. And I took notice of that. But as soon as I sat down to start eating my dinner with my family, Holy Spirit said to me, go sit and eat with her. I looked over, she was eating by herself, and I said, okay. So I looked at my husband and said, hey, I'm going to sit with the lady next to us. Holy Spirit told me to do it. I'm going to go eat with her. And he was like, oh, okay. When I sat down with this woman, well, I approached her and I said, hi, would you mind if I eat with you? She said, sure, sit down. I mean, she didn't hesitate. So I sat down with her, and we began to talk. It was probably about 7:45 when I went and sat with her. And so we were both eating our meals and we were talking, and all we talked about was the Lord, the Holy Spirit. And she shared her testimony with me, and she is such a powerful warrior for the kingdom. No doubt someone God wanted to connect me with in this season. The cool part is, she said that she asked 2 friends before she came out to eat. Someone had blessed her with the money to have this dinner. And so she said, I had asked 2 friends if they would come and eat with me, and they had already eaten. And so I just came by myself. And she said, actually, this is where I normally sit when I come with friends. And when I'm by myself, I usually sit on a different side where the tables are smaller. So I said, well, Holy Spirit answered the desire of your heart and sent me to be that friend to eat with you today. But not only did we get to have fellowship with each other, we were able to talk about the deep things of God that is so rare these days. There are not many people that you can just jump into a conversation about talking about the supernatural, if you know what I mean. So it was such a blessing to my heart. We exchanged numbers, and I'm just so grateful for how Holy Spirit orders our steps and aligns us with those divine appointments that He has for our lives. So please do not miss it. Make sure that you're not so busy and you don't have so much going on in your head that you can't hear when Holy Spirit drops something in your heart to do, when He gives you an instruction to obey. Always be open and willing and seeking and listening and searching out that voice. So while I was in that restaurant, to be honest, it wasn't on my mind to ask Holy Spirit, but I had been in a posture of prayer all day, all week, just seeking Him, just praying for divine appointments. And He answered. And almost every time I ask Him for divine appointments, for Him to lead me to people who need to hear His voice, or just need some encouragement, or need a smile, He will do that. And it is just so rewarding. So that's my challenge for you today. When you go out, just talk to God. Continue to talk to Him and to pray in your mind and your heart, and ask Him to send somebody across your path that you can bless. Have a great weekend, friends.